Good afternoon. I'm down on the edge of the Murrumbidgee River, and you can see it there, and that's Canberra off in the distance, or the suburbs of Canberra. That's how close we are. And the house you can see up here is an old homestead called Lambrig, and Lambrig was the home of William Farrer, who was the great wheat pioneer breeder, who called the father of the wheat industry in Australia. But what I'm here for today is the river was also the site of a reported bunyip sighting of Australian folklore. And what I'll do now is just read the article to you. It's only a short clipping. It's from the Queanbeyan Age in 1918, so 99 years ago. The Bunyip redivivus. After a long lull, once more a strange aquatic animal has been seen in the Murrumbidgee River. Mr. John Blundell of Brookvale, an ardent fisherman, whilst attending to his line somewhere near the Cassocks, near where the Ginninderra Creek joins the Murrumbidgee, last week saw a big animal rise to the surface of the water in a deep pool, and shortly disappear beneath. He, however, had a good enough view of the animal to see that it was of the bulk of a big mastiff, but of its limbs he could not get a good view. It will be remembered that some few years ago a strange amphibious animal was captured at Lambrig when the owner of that estate was living. It had come up from the river and was cut off in its attempt to retreat, secured in a wire netting enclosure with the intention of sending it to the Sydney Zoo, but it managed its escape and returned to its native element. Several times, not only in the Murrumbidgee but closer at home in the Queanbeyan River, in close proximity to, but both above and below the town, a big, nondescript amphibious animal, said by those who had seen it to be the size of a big dog, has been seen disporting itself in the deep pools. Opinion is divided as to whether this mysterious animal, of whose existence there can be no doubt, is a species of otter or seal which has found its way from the far-off seaboard and become acclimatised to the fresh headwaters of the river it had ascended. So what was it? What was the mystery animal that lived in the deep pools, or was travelling through the deep pools? Quite possible it was a seal, I suppose. But we're nearly in the upper reaches of the Murrumbidgee. Yeah. So that's the story. That's the tale of the Murrumbidgee Bunyip of Lambrig, and also mention of sightings on Ginninderra Creek and Queanbeyan River.